Last year, I'm looking more recent milestones. Last year, you did your second South Indian movie, second Tamil film. This was after Sapne, that was in '97. And you've spoken about how you hate doing it in language that you don't understand. Is it really true? And I've heard this from a lot of actors from a lot of Bombay actors who worked down south. Did they tell you to say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? Instead of the dialogue, you actually can get away with that?
You can probably get away with that. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't want to. When I did Sapne, I didn't do the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 either.
But they asked you, is it okay?
I think it looks bad.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it looks bad. And as a performer, you always take pride in your performance of whatever that may be. You always have some standard, like I put it, that you always have to live up to. And I think Dhanush and Saundarya both really helped me out in that respect and made it super easy for me to manage my lines, remember whatever I could. So I did, in fact, it was difficult for me.
Right.
First 3 days were really tough. I was like, he was prompting from one side and I was saying the line, and then I had to get the look right, and what was I supposed to be saying, etc. But I kind of got into the rhythm of it after like 2-3 days. It kind of got into a rhythm, it got into a pattern. I began to understand a little bit of what I was saying, which made a huge difference. And I have to say that my pronunciation was also pretty good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm good like that with being able to reproduce a sound. That sounds very bad, but yeah. There's no other way to put it. So it got much easier with time, and I think by the end of it, they actually requested me that, do you want to dub it as well? And I was like, no chance. Shooting ho gayi, nobody can pay me that much to like actually dub it in Tamil or Telugu. So yeah, but it was definitely something that I had a block with. I definitely didn't want to work as hard as I did in Sapne, and it was something that I didn't want to do a film in another language. I felt it would be difficult for me to do, and I felt it would somewhere down the line lower my performance level, which I didn't want to happen.
Right. That's what the South did. What are languages Like, what are the languages? What's the language you're thinking?
I think in English.
Okay.
And it's not obvious that I think in English. English, Hindi, Marathi up to a certain point, but no.
No Bengali?
No Bengali.
Okay.
Bengali I understand, but I don't speak it.
Bolte pari na?
Yeah.
That's
First
the
line
only
I
line
learned.
I know. Let me chipka it. No, the reason why I'm getting to the South thing, Kajol, is because yesterday was 20 years of Mani Ratnam's Dil Se.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And
Awesome
I don't know how many
director.
people know this, but you said no to that film.
I did.
Yes.
I said no to that film also because the dates were not matching up. So it was just, honestly, it was a date issue.
But you really wanted to work with Mani Ratnam, right?
I did, and I hopefully, God willing, I will, and sometime in date. I mean, we're both alive and we're both
active. Very
exactly.
much, yeah.
So very much active. So hopefully, God willing, we will.
So it was just the dates because you were working on some other film at the same time?
I was working for, I had signed on Kuch Kuch Hota at that point of time, and Karan had got Shah Rukh's dates and everybody's dates together. So I would have had to cancel that entire schedule, and of course Karan was very generous in telling me that, it's okay, you can go, you're getting a chance to work with Mani Ratnam, who am I? All that, but honestly, I didn't feel that it was the right thing to do at that time.
So Mani Ratnam basically called you up and you picked up the phone, you didn't think it was him.
I didn't.
Because you were such a fan.
Who told you these stories?
I've just done my little bit of research. Then Shah Rukh called you up and said, listen, Mani Ratnam
No, it really
is
is Mani Ratnam. And yeah, I was talking to him. In fact, I put up a still on my Instagram. It was like a retro picture of me sitting in Dushman. We were shooting that traffic scene, and I was sitting on the bonnet of the car, and he called me up, and I was like, yeah, right, you're Mani Ratnam. Shah Rukh, don't try that with me, huh? And he's like, no, I'm really Mani Ratnam speaking. And I'm like laughing, and I'm like, yeah, pull another one on me, yeah. And I put the phone down, and then Shah Rukh has actually called me up. Baby, it's really him. He's trying to call you up. I was like, what? Really? Oh shit! What did I do? So so we went from there. That was not really it was a rocky start anyways.
Right. So that's 1998, that's when you do Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. 99, you get married.
Yeah.
By 2001, you're pretty clear that it's it's not going to be movies in the same way. You wouldn't have as many releases in a year. Is that a call? Is that the call you took consciously?
I took that call in '99 itself.
Okay.
I think the year that I got
Which is
married.
right at the peak of your career.
Yeah, but you know what? What do people call a peak? I believe I'm not peak right now.
Sure.
So I mean, I believe that I have a fantastic variety to choose from. I believe I'm looking my best. And I think that most importantly, I like where actors are in this current space and scenario right now, here and now in this film industry, in where where scripts are written specifically, not specifically around any particular genre. It's everything is wide open. Everything is possible. So yes, I think it's a wonderful time right now to be an actor. And as far as a lot of my films did do well in that particular year, but I was tired. I was really tired.
Tired of the scripts, you're saying?
No, I was just tired of working. I didn't want to work at that pace. I didn't want to do 4 films in a year and just run myself ragged. Here I am running from Hyderabad to Bombay to Panchkani to Mahabaleshwar shooting a film, or I'm flying to London, or I'm flying to Switzerland. That's no kind of a life. It's not a life. You're just like gada mazdoori kar rahe ho basically. And I didn't want to feel like that, and I wanted to get married. I thought I was at the right age. I'd been working for 10 years. I was happy, I was content, I trusted my to-be husband at that point of time, and I thought it was the right decision for me at that point of time.
Sure. And it's around the time that you then decided to be choosy and picky, as you constantly put it.
But I was choosy and picky before that also.
Right.
I was definitely, but more, I didn't want to do more than 1, maximum 2 films. I wanted to take it easy and I wanted to chill. I wanted to take a 6 months break. I just didn't want to do anything. And honestly, I think it gave me a better appreciation for work more than anything else. I think it made me look at work differently. It made me look at work with a clearer, more conscious eye than I did earlier.
So then there is K3G and then there is Fana, which would be like a 5-year gap, right? And that's been usually the gap 2 years, 3 years thereafter. When you say picky and choosy, I think it's fair to ask, like say if you take a break for that long, what made you pick up Dilwale, for instance?
Dilwale, I really liked my character. Okay. I seriously liked my character in the film. I loved the way he had portrayed me. I loved that one scene where she, it was like an unexpected twist. I just didn't expect that. I expected it to be a straight-on, full-out love story, but I didn't expect that. But I loved that scene, where she tries to kill him and almost succeeds. And that's one scene that I was like, I think I did the film only because of the way it was all going to be put together, and because of that one scene really.
So there may be lots of movies which you said no to, not because of dates, but because you didn't like the script. Do you remember any?
Of course. There are lots of films that I said no to because I didn't like the script so much as there have been things that, I feel my criteria for doing a film are A script, B, a good director, C, a good producer. I feel these 3 things, if and when they come in place, and of course,
in the same order?
Fourth, the most important of all, I have to like the people that I work with. I think it's very important to be able to communicate and talk to the people that you work with, because it's very important in a creative profession to be able to stand up and say, no, this is not working, or we can do better, or let's redo this so that we can make it better, or we can make it work at that point of time. And I feel like a film is a contribution of 100 people. It is 100 people, literally. It's not only about the director, and it's not only about one actor and only the set or only the music, or it's not only one aspect of the film. It's about all these aspects combining together and gelling together well enough to make a film, and that is not possible if there is no communication between either department. And so I feel it's really important to be able to talk to your director and say that, listen, we need to redo this, or how can we do it better, or work it out.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.